Good! Numbing. Hello YouTube, hope you're doing well. We're playing something other than the Caligula effect today. I know, it's crazy. But we are here. It's been... a few months since the first DLC dropped. And so, like when we first played that DLC and it had been a few months since the main game dropped, it's been long enough that I've got a lot of rust to shake off because I haven't played it since. A lot has happened for this game since then, like in terms of like quality of life and updates. Like they've put a lot of patches in work. Like one of the big ones is that you can now have trees, not trees, loadouts. So I am going to at some point. Actually, I'll just quickly do it now. Build a second set, but leave the third one open because we are going to pick up a new class. Condition for traveling. Then it was Odin. Because I can't remember my set, and it's Counter and Heaven's Cloud. Counter! So then this one I'm going to leave open. Well, actually, I could still like just make it a carbon copy of this one. And then we just swap it out, because then we still got Giga Flare and Judgment Bolt. And I can just swap out what I want to swap out as and when. And then this was... There it is. So we'll use this one for now, but then it's easier for us. Like, when we pick up... Because, yeah, we are going to try and get Leviathan. That's the whole thing with the Rising Tide DLC, is that we're going to go fight Leviathan. We will have Leviathan probably cover this bottom one, and, like, just swap out either Judgment Bolt or Giga... One or the other for the new ability. Last time we left off, we did go do Omega and beat him on Final Fantasy difficulty. So to mix it up, I'm using the Omega weapon reforged that we got from it instead of just Ultima weapon. We still have the Fallen belt that we picked up for it, you know, just random like belt that's just better than like the best equipment in the game for some reason. And we still got the assailment bit, which is increases the damage multiplier for enemies that are staggered. And then you get double impact when you get a maximum. And the HP regen gauge is... Or the HP regain is refilled a little bit after precision dodge. And then also Genji. And we're going to need them because I'm going to get fucking destroyed. But it is nice to be back to 16. It's nice to take a break from 7 Rebirth to play this. Oh yeah, these are... That's just a Final Fantasy 14 track. Is this as well? Yep. I'll leave it on 12 for now, but that's funny. Anyway, to start the new DLC, we have to go get the Missable, where you can already see the marker on the map. Oh, there's updates to the State of the Realm and the Wall of Memory. Hang on. The only thing on the Wall of Memory I'm missing on my hard mode save file is beating all the gates, because I just could not be bothered. Oh, we've got the DLC for doing the Dusk Shard one. Okay, so we'll probably get another one for doing the second DLC. A subtle reflection of mankind, fiery yet flawed, brilliant yet brittle, and its future clear yet clouded. How the crystal endures despite its mother having faded is perhaps a sign of hope for us all. Anyway, we've got a new missive at the reading table. Oh, what's this? I write you this note on the Imperial lands. Yes, I know we said we'd go straight home, but a little detour to trade the trinkets we've picked up on our travels for some trusty gil seems in order. Give the elders something to soften the shock of losing their dusk crystals, like. Truth is, those crystals have long been a lifeline of our people, and though I may have been quick to comprehend your reasoning that they're naught but a tether to a sinking ship, humble country folk like mine are rather less receptive to the new ideas. Wish me luck in turning to a righteous path. Famille. P.S. In the unlikely event that we should find ourselves driven from our home from the point of Pitchfork, I trust you'll spare us a bed or three. The lads can sleep on the floor at a pinch. Alright, now for the new one. Sid, I shall not waste my time mincing word. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, The dame has assured me that there is none better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more, for this missive could fall into the wrong hands. But if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale of Northreach and inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied.
Leviathan the Lost. But why now? After all this time.
Why, what now?
Oh, I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him.
Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crashing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Vale can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you.
The squad!
Otto.
And also, you stay here.
I'll keep an eye on things here.
Thanks, King.
Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Well, yeah, like, if this game was like,
Leave the invincible in
and
your
like a
capable
turn-based Final
hands.
Fantasy, the final team would be Clive, Joshua, Jill, and Torgal. Let's not pretend. Also, new music, a new melody for accepting the rising tide. Right, this one is supposed to be longer than the last one. Oh, we already got a trophy, the Calm. Find again what was lost. Destinations of the rising tide will be indicated with a different icon. After accepting the quest, common objectives to do this on the right hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace the main scenario. If you wish to go back to main scenario, yep, it's the same in Shadow. So yeah, now it's changed to find Layla in the North Reach. Oh, I want to check what's going on with the state of the realm. Oh right, I forgot you can't sprint. I was like, oh, I'm just going to sprint over there. Oh no, wait, you can't. This isn't 7 Rebirth.
Clive. What is it that you wish to learn? Of course.
Character appearances of the Rising Tide have been added to the Grand Cart. Oh, okay. It's just saying that, hey, the Rising Tide stuff's here now.
Here you are.
And same here. Holy shit, we're going way up here into Northreach. Oriflamme, Moor, the Eye of the Tempest, Carrot Norven. Oh, the thing is, this is Sunbreak, so we are in the same area. So we're going to start here, go there, and then it's going to take us further up to, like, over here. There's Drake's Eye. Yeah, there's Northern Territories.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
There it is. I was going to say, where's the quick command? Yeah, because we've been there, but I'm assuming the DLC is going to take us up... Oh, there's not much here. Never mind. I was going to assume it's going to take us up there, but it's not actually that much up there, so... And it's not like, if I zoom out here, it's not like there's much other map. The Twin Realms seems weirdly smaller than I remember, looking at it now. I don't know whether it's just because, like, they make the, in contrast, 7 Rebirth... Even though Rebirth's map is also probably, like, around the same size, if not slightly smaller, than, like, all of 16's. You know, despite that one being an open world and this one claiming it's not, even though it tries to be sometimes. I think it's just the nature of how they present the map, that it just makes this one feel a lot smaller in contrast now. Whilst in Rebirth, they always present it as, like, you're on a giant continent as one part of the giant map and all that stuff, you know? Like, you zoom out and it zooms way out to, like, a global view each time. Anyway, let's go check from the dame.
Seems the Duke's had a change of heart.
So I kind of, instead of doing that, I kind of want to go out just to do a basic fight. There we go, there's the auto sprint. Okay, L1's lock on, right. It's coming back to me. So just let me, like, fail and fumble. I mean, I hope we have enough ability points for all the Leviathan stuff when it drops, when we get it. So I just wanted to kind of get a feel. Wow, the frame rate in this game I feel like it's gotten worse. I don't know if you guys could really see it, but I've got it on performance mode, and that sword swing at the end there was jittery. That's genuinely like one of the biggest gripes I have with 16, and hopefully the PC version will fix it inherently. Is even in performance mode, this game has a lot of performance issues, unfortunately. And they have done a lot to clean it up. Well, at least from patch notes I keep reading every other month that they've done a lot for it, but I don't think they're ever going to get it perfect, unfortunately.
I'm looking for a Layla.
You're looking at her.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh.
Well, oh shit! Right, this really is business and not pleasure.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
Specifically?
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay. There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all? Nothing else?
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
Alright, make for the coastline. We can waddle over. Anything we fight along the way will be warm up.
It's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town.
Not if she realizes the value of the information she's party to.
And the danger it puts her in.
I forgot how somber 16's world is. It's been a while.
I haven't seen any of those.
With how consistently bright and colourful and like fantastical like 7 Rebirth has been in contrast. And for those who like love 16, if you get annoyed at me comparing it to Rebirth, please don't make it be like out to attack this game at all. It's literally just comparisons because they're 2 Final Fantasy titles and they came out 9 months from each other. What? Come on, the comparisons are inherent because they were developed literally alongside each other. But it's like it's just a funny contrast now looking back after Rebirth's release, like how somber and dark and melancholy a lot of this game's tone and feel is, while 7 Rebirth is so extravagantly bright and powerful and loud all the time. Both of them are good in their own ways, don't get me wrong.
Yes, but who awaits?
And I never want anyone to think that I don't love this game, I genuinely do. My gripes with 16 are to do with its length, not its game. I enjoy its story a lot, I enjoy its gameplay a hell of a lot. I just think it gets bogged down with too many little other things that just make the whole thing feel like it goes on too long. Like it feels like you could cut off like the last 10 to 15 hours and wouldn't lose much. Like you could cut off like a lot of if I go bring up the realms, just to kind of do it in short, I feel like you could cut most of this out. Like you just go fight Odin, you then go fight Ultima, and there's no exploring sort of thing, and it would be for the better. Additionally, I don't like the whole thing we did in this city. I forget what it's called. In Dhalmekia, where you like have that weird scripted loss with Odin, and then you spend forever having to set up the boat to go over and then do all this. Like it feels like we should have just immediately head over to the realms, immediately gone for Odin and dealt with him, immediately gone to Ultima, instead of like having to run all the way across. Because genuinely, at least for me, it feels like everything after the Bahamut fight isn't as good. Like it isn't as consistent. Hey Mustafa, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too. We are early on in starting the second and last DLC for Final Fantasy 16, taking a break from Caligula Effect. And I'm playing on Final Fantasy difficulty just because it's what my most updated save file is, so the hard mode basically. So I might get my shit kicked in as I try and shake off this rust.
A boat. No prizes for guessing who that belongs to. The embers are still warm.
Well, considering we went into a cutscene mode, I think we're about to be joined by whoever this new face is. Yep. I might be. Clive turns around, like, all sus, like. Oh, hey. This is just straight up a Final Fantasy 14 character. What do you mean?
Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
Like the accent.
The Moats of Water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yes, that would be impossible, since the tribe famously
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive. Though we've managed to
the legends of mid-div are being greatly exaggerated. That's how our accent comes across. I'm probably butchered it, but still. I'm British, I'm allowed to butcher fellow British accents, alright?
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The Surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty. So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you. The wave was
I forgot how
raised
much
by Leviathan
Final Fantasy 16
in an
makes my
act of
fans
rage.
go on the PS5. Like, I just heard it's like going, whoa. It's like, geez, it's like I'm playing on PS4 again. You know, like late era PS4? Like, they always just get super obnoxiously loud every time you fire up anything. That's what it's kind of doing.
Yes.
Like, it's not that loud, but it did just
A
start
little
whirring
bird
up.
told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place. And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born. But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that. I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
Lead the way.
Oh, new area. Over to the Lost Cloak. If you manage to navigate the cloak's narrow mountaintop pass without plummeting to your death, you will be rewarded with a breathtaking view of blighted wastelands stretching from the Olafist Bay to the Sea of Grace.
Alright, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point. It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it. Watch.
Oh, that was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but
Whoa! Okay, someone in the dev team is like, alright, they're done with the purple sky bullshit.
Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
The game's bright and beautiful again. Yeah! I think that's like everyone had that problem when you get to Act 3 and it's just dark all the time because of Ultima's influence. Yay, bright and beautiful skies again.
And that concludes our little voyage. We're here. It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one. I hope you're up for a climb.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you? The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Of course it is.
Attaboy, Clive. Trophy unlocked, homecoming. Enter City. Oh, I forgot. It pauses to everything. Oh, at least it's a strafe, huh? Maiden's March, Father's Fell, Twin... Tailwind Bay, not Twin Bay, and River's Meet. River's Meet, I can speak. Oh yeah, in the patch, they made it so it's easier to pet Torgal. They adjusted it so it's easier for you to just then hop in, and then you can just do it again straight away. Like, sometimes the positioning and setup for it could be a little awkward.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous.
Yeah, I see that.
If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace? It's all the same to me.
Alright, Joshua, trying to be a little fucking flirt. You have someone, Joshua. Don't give me that. These are going to come alive. Yep. Level 100? The fuck do you mean?
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself then?
Oh, okay, it just ends it, huh? No, that's not the dodge button. I pressed circle. No. It's R1, okay.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
Since when did a bearer ever need crystals?
Oh, fair.
But then, where is your brand?
Because we're not slaves over
me
here.
in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
Ha.
Then it's in for a long wait.
A little piece of paradise hidden away in the cider. With level 100 fucking wolves, huh? I see. Oh, I think one of the bits we got in the last DLC allows you to jump cancel more. Nope. Nope. It's going to take a minute. Oh, did they remix this normal battle theme? It sounds a bit different. Did it? Like, it sounded a bit more violin-y. I mean, I say, like, the enemies being level 100 and me level 92, but it doesn't seem too bad.
Summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
Alright, now we're done with the corridor. Let's see the next chunk of open land. Because I know this DLC is adding an open land.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Mysidia, the Northern Storm. Wow. It's just nice seeing a clear, bright blue sky for once.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so...
alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
And on we continue. I love this. The big beam blue.
Beautiful. Shula.
And we aim to keep it that way.
Oh, we're nowhere near done this tunnel, huh? There is a detour over there, but it says blocked off currently. Meanwhile, back at like Sunbreak, Layla's just like, man, I hope those guys are all right. But they just kind of left and they ain't come back, huh?
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Oh. Stay well clear. Clive's just in front of it, like glaring at it like it's the sun. More wolves. Nope. I don't know why I keep on pressing R1 for the skill sheet, because the last game that was like that was the Star Cry Machina games. And it's been a little bit... We've played this game since then, so I don't... My autopiloting is very hard to contest sometimes.
The surge was an act of rage.
One wonders what prompted it.
But I don't mind this being more linear. One of my gripes with base game 16 is that the open worlds weren't that interesting. Or the open zones weren't that interesting. And don't worry guys, I won't compare it to 7 Rebirth, because it is at least slightly unfair because Rebirth came out afterwards. I'll instead compare it to a game that did open zones before it that I thought did it better and was more interesting. So Sonic Frontiers... I'm kidding. If I want to compare it to anything, I could compare it to 14, because it's the same team. And it's a similar deal there. I thought 14... I didn't play too much of 14 before I left it, but from what I did play of 14, I thought that game had some pretty interesting open zones. Did they change Ice Age? They did! Oh no, it just defaulted me. Diamond Dust is what I want. Why did it get rid of my Ice Age? Oh no, that was just me. I'm just an idiot. Okay. Because I pressed it expecting to slam the ground, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I was very confused for a second there. Oh, hey. A reflection of fire Phoenix shift. Enhances Phoenix shift, increasing both movement speed and distance. Ooh. Sure, I'll try that. I am curious how many of these are going to like prove to just be like barely disguised quality of life. But hopefully, now that Rising Tide's out, we will hear word of a PC version soonish.
In clear view of the bay.
There's definitely a Mysidia, a foresty village that tends to be a Mysidia. There's a path detours over here. Let me check. In fact, all this extra foliage is going to make it harder for the frame rate to keep up. I am feeling it a little as I'm running around. It is not 60 at all. It's not too bad, though. I don't think it's dipped below 30 since we've got here. Okay, so there's probably a quest or something we can pick up here, because I imagine just being a bigger DLC, there will be quests. Alright, let's head on back. Additionally, I've said it before, but now we're actually in it. I can speak on it again. This DLC is supposed to be around 10-ish hours long. The first DLC, however, is supposed to be around like 4 to 5-ish hours long, and we got it done like quicker than that. So we might get this done before then. We might my plan is to try and get this done in 2 streams, but if not, we'll see. If we're close by the end of Friday, I might stream Saturday as well to just get it done.
Open the gates!
Because I do want this done this week. I know there's an extra super boss, so once you beat this DLC, you unlock like a discount bloody palace, and if you beat that, you get like a unique super boss. I'm not interested in doing that on stream. I'll do that in my own time. I just want to do Rising Tide, and after we beat Rising Tide, I will do the main game final boss again, if I have reason to believe that it will play out differently, because we have, you know, Leviathan now.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
All right now, back to your duties. You'll have to forgive my people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This is quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of Southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import.
Okay, the town hall, got it.
We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you.
Is that your way of saying go ask around?
But you're welcome to explore the village while
go talk around, maybe pick up side quests.
We'll do just that.
Miss Cydia. Alright, let's poke around, see if we can find anything. Party makeup's changed. What? No, it hasn't. Or is it just because she's not, our guest isn't with us? Our Mysidian guide is no longer with us. Oh, wait, oh. Ageless ornament.
Just you stay away from that temple. Do you hear me?
Oh, that temple.
I heard you the first time.
I heard you the first time. I don't know why I thought I could go into any of these buildings. That's almost never been a thing. It's only everything you need is outside, unless it's a plot important building. Man, Mysidia? I'm going to be real. Mysidia is what I kind of hoped would be like this sort of location would be a hope village we'd get in like Strangers of Paradise. Like when we first heard that there was going to be a Final Fantasy 1 action game, like before we like saw the trailer and learned very quickly it was not going to be that at all. This is what I kind of envisioned. A lot of 16 is how I envisioned like a Final Fantasy 1 remake would be, if they ever did it. I don't know if they ever will. Like, the rumor mill is saying that the next game they're considering remaking is 9. We know what ones they won't. They won't remake 6 because that's way too fucking much work. Although it's a shorter game than others, there's too many elements to it. There's too many playable characters. There's too many side stories. There's too many pieces of the world. You'd have to rebuild the whole world twice. It would take longer than 7 to put together, which is probably why it won't happen. We're more likely to get a remaster than a remake, but even then, the remaster would seem unnecessary because of the pixel remasters. Like a proper remastering with like extra things here and there. I'd be down for a 2D remake. I mean, it is 2D, but you know what I mean? Like a remake that keeps it 2D. But I don't know if they would do that. I don't know if they'd see it as worth the resources. Like get the Octopath team to do like a HD 2D version of FF6. Kind of like what they're doing with... I don't know which Dragon Quest it is, so I don't really cover the series, but what they're doing with one of the Dragon Quest games. I want to say 3.
Please, Grandad, tell us another story about the witch.
Well, what are these kids watching?
Welcome to Haven. The tributary awaits you within the Witten Hall.
Thank you. I was going to say, is that another door? Do I have to press the button twice?
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyes.
This man, Walyes, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyes is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound inside the Surge almost a century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
I'm sorry?
Walyes was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes.
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
Straight to the point, I guess.
Are you bound for the Wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case, I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
That's very kind. I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best.
That makes sense, though. We got a new badge. You always get a new badge eventually.
We will.
A new badge to add to our bloody collection.
Good tide.
Alright, let's see what side quest we've unlocked for picking up the fucking badge. There's 2 of them. They're both pluses. Interesting. I wonder what you get out of them then.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there.
Storehouses. Oh, okay. Let me pick up these first.
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about?
That'd be I.
You could help me.
Sure.
With what exactly?
With what exactly? I need to like practice my Clive voice.
Do you know my husband, Pavat?
Pavat. Also, I wonder now both the DLCs are out if we're gonna get a like DLC included version on this. And the reason why I say I wonder is because we heard stories that this game was hell on earth to keep on one disc. They worked their fucking arse off to make this fit onto just one disc. So trying to stack 2 DLCs on it? I don't know.
Gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps,
I think Rebirth made the smarter choice of just accepting it was going to be more than one disc and it's going to fuck it.
I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Alright.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called.
I wonder if the side quests are going to be more interesting, because that was another gripe a lot of people had. I didn't mind them for the most part. I understood that their purpose was less to be exciting side things to do and more to be world building, but I do agree that they took up way more time than they probably should have in the game, and most of them just weren't that interesting, like on their own. I'll just do this now. I mean, we'll go pick up that other quest in a minute. I want to see what this is about. It's got the plus symbol, which tells me it's going to be important. So I think that's how it worked. I think it was the plus ones and not the exclamation points. Like, the plus ones mean you're going to get something worth getting out of it.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavart's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Heh.
An old fool Pavart may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
Oh, is she trying to set up as a meeting?
Glad to hear it.
And it's just disguised as, oh, can you get a gift?